don't think splendid is the adjective that I would have used to describe Little Miss Splendid. I have to say I love the design of this character. Visually, I think she's very appealing, very instantly recognisable. For information, this is the 11th Little Miss book. And we learn that Little Miss Splendid is splendid. She lives in a grand house, she has a gold bath, she eats eggs out of a gold egg cup, and she meets Mr. Happy and Mr. Daydream, and she's very snooty and very snotty towards them and sticks her nose up, refusing to go on the bus. And she goes out one day and buys this hat, which I have to say, I love the design of it. I think it's very well illustrated. It's very visually very appealing. And she decides to walk home with this hat on because she can't fit in the taxi, which of course is the taxi driver's fault, not her fault. And on the way home, it rains. And she gets very wet. And the people in the bus, who she put down, and she did look down upon people who use buses, are actually very dry. And after that point, she goes home and stares at her own reflection. And the message doesn't really hit home too strongly. I feel like it's more of a blink and you miss it message. Yes, it can encourage parents to talk to children about, public transport is nothing to look down on. And it doesn't mean you're not as good as somebody if you use the bus. But it kind of glossed over that quickly. And I feel like they could have done a better job of giving this a more important message. And I don't know if the word splendid there is the best adjective, not just because I don't think of the word splendid when I think of people like this, but also because it gives splendid a bad atmosphere. Splendid is actually a really positive word, and there is nothing positive about this character in terms of her behaviour, as we see. So I like the character design. I like the name if she had a different personality. The story is not too bad, but it's not as strong as I feel it could be. Needless to say, it's not my favourite Little Miss book, but I remember liking it as a child, and it's not too bad.